I have trying to find why I got these 3 dots on my skin. It started when I moved in here to this new apartment, and I heard it from the beginning that this new home should be a gathering place, and I didn't know what it was. But then I started to get these 3 dots, and it's only on my right hand and arm, up to the end of my arm, to my shoulder. Not on my shoulder, but just under the shoulder, and then the whole way to my hand, between my pointing finger and my thumb have it been. And I'm wondering what they have been, but I have found it out now. I find this in the Hebrew, the Jewish websites, and it's called Segoal, the Patriarchs. So it's I sit on my computer, my laptop now, because I wanted to read about it for you. It says here on the website for Jewish understanding, the design and sephirah. The seagull represents the sephirah of chesed, kindness, and it displayed as a triangle of 3 dots, right, left, and center. And it have been, it seems like one of the dots is dominating more than those other. And it's explained here. Gematria, the numerical value of the seagull is 30, 310. The meaning of it. The Jewish people are called Segol, a chosen people, just as the seagull is made up of 3 points. The people of Israel are composed of Kohanim, Levites, and Israelis. The seagull also represent the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Alternatively, the seagull signifies the 3 founding fathers of Chassidus. The first, the Baal Shem Tov, is the mirror in the right dot. The right dot introduce the 3 loves: love of God, love of Torah, and love for a fellow Jew. The left dot signified the Maggid of Mesrich, the successor to the Baal Shem Tov, who taught only those who were great Torah scholars and men of extreme piety. The middle dot representing Rabbi Shinur Shalom of Liadi, the altar Rebbe, incorporates the teaching of both the Baal Shem Tov and Magid. The Alter Rebbe perpetuated and augmented their efforts by making the esoteric teaching of the Chassidut accessible to all people. So the first mirror is the right dot. It's very hard to know because there are 3 dots. So there is very often, it seems like it is, I don't know how to look at it. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob is Israel, that I know. And Isaac was the one that was on his way to be killed, but the angel come and say to stop, to not kill Isaac. And Abraham is the one that is the one that hold together all the biggest religions in the world. It's Islam, Jewish, and Christianity. Is Abraham the important patriarch? So that's it's hard to know what it pointed out, but it is what I have been given now this year that have been, and I move in here in February 2020. So, and today is it February 2021. So that's 1 year. And it was last time now I got 2 of this triangle, and I got it in just at my elbow, and I saw it first when I wake up in the morning, that I have 3 dots in 2 places, but close to each other, almost so they was going into each other, but they were separated. And because in the night, that night when I got it, I was up in a home. I know that I was in that home where I grew up, where I live between when I was 10 till I was 24. It's where I grew up. Like I see it like that, from a child to an adult person. And that was where I was, but the apartment was changed. So I have dreamed about it sometimes, but that have been it have been like it looked like when we lived there. But this time I know it was that home, but now was it the home total white. It was white everywhere, It was really boring because everything was white. And then it come a man, and I don't think it was like I believed it was. I think it was a metaphor and symbolic, because that was my brother, and he have never been nice, and he should never repent, and he is not that person, but still I felt like it was my brother. But in that way, I think it could have been a spirit brother, not the brother I have that is alive. And he has a blonde with blue eyes. And then it was another young man, almost not a man, a teenager, and he had black hair and brown eyes. So they were very different from each other. But both of them asked me to forgive them. They didn't say what they have done, but they asked for forgiveness. And I know that if my brother have died, it should take forever for me to know that he have died, because I have no connection with him, and his wife hates me. So she should never tell me this. I should find it out in papers that he had died, or there is nothing that could tell me that he had died. Maybe my daughter could get it and then she give me it, but it's very far from to be. But it was like it was my brother. And when I have dreamed about my brother before, I have had anger and I have had fear for him. But this time it was nothing. So, but then they say to me that, do you want to stay with us? They say to me. And I say that I prefer to live in the home that I have on earth. I say I don't want to be here. I say. So I could. It was critical. It was a critical moment there. And if I have say yes, I have been dead in my bed, as it looked like. Well, I'm not going to be dead. I'm going directly up to God. But it looked like that when people find me. It could have happened, but I wanted to go back, even if it's very evil and the world is evil and heaven is so easy. It's nothing there to be frightened about or be angry at or be nothing that is negative. And here on earth is so very negative in everything. But still I wanted to come back. Because then I was laying in my bed and have started to wake up, and I was thinking why I wanted to go down to earth when I could stay there with those two young men. My brother is not young, but it looked like he was young, and I was thinking, why am I going down? But I have the best time of my life now when I am here. Today I have not had such nice as I have just now. But I know also that this can change very quick. It's I can never relax and think that it will be forever this, and because God have taught me that I should never take anything for granted. And what he means with that is that we should live each day as it was our last day, that we should be happy for that day we have wake up to, and make that day be the best day. And so if we say take it for granted, that means that we think that there is coming more of the same sort, the same thing, same blessing, same grace, same mercy, and these things. But that should we never think about. We should strive every day to make this day a special day, and that it's hard to make this day be better than yesterday's day, because if we have had a wonderful day yesterday, then we can't say that, but we should hold it, that this day will be the best day. And I didn't know when in January 2020, I wrote on Facebook, whatever happened this year, it will never take away my peace. I will enjoy this year no matter what. I wrote it, and then come the virus, COVID-19, and it was like a mantra. It was like I tried to hold it. Sometimes I go angry or depressed, but then I was thinking, I have written that this year should be a good year, whatever it will come my way, and I could make it. I hold the peace a whole year, and it was like I have got it from God that I should have this mantra. Whatever will come my way this year, that will never break my peace. So I hold it at least to 95% of the whole year. And it was many things, bad things that happened 2020, but I didn't let it slow me down beat me, hit me, because I have promised that in January. So that is very good to I have not that mantra this year, but I still try to hold it. But I maybe should write a mantra for this year. And but it's always, the mantra should always be to hold your inner peace, because without the inside peace, then you go sick. Not only mental sick, I believe that it can cause cancer if you every day is going bitter and angry and screaming. And that remind me about that girl that I was home to that had cancer in her throat. And she was only 28 years old, and she was on her way to die. And her mother saw that I was a healer, so she called me and asked me to come to her daughter and heal her daughter. And I did it, and she was so sick, so she had food coming into the stomach. She had cancer in her throat, so she couldn't eat. She had to have it in stomach drink, only drinking and not taste it. And then and I was thinking about her, and that it was this, I should tell you, that her mother gave me a cup of coffee after that. I have been to her daughter into their daughter's bedroom, to her bed where she laying so pale and weak. And when we sit and drink coffee, suddenly the daughter come up and to us and sit down at the table. Her mother was very shocked over what she saw, and then the daughter was sitting and say that I have never told you, she said to her mother, I have never told you why I got cancer, she said. And no, the mother said that she have not heard it. Well, why did you get cancer? And the daughter said that there was a boy in the school, and he raped me, and I go so angry at him, and I screaming and screaming and screaming at him, and every time I saw him I was screaming at him. I was so anger and bitter on him, and every time I saw him I screaming and screaming and screaming, and that's why I got cancer in my throat, she said. And then she took our cups and went out in the kitchen and start to clean the dishes. And my mother was total in shock what have happened, but she she have called for me to heal her daughter. So she must have thinking that this could have happened. So she should not be so shocked, but she was sitting and staring at her daughter and with open mouth, like she couldn't believe her eyes. And so I went home, but I was thinking about that she'd say that to me. She'd say to her mother that she was so angry and screaming, so she got cancer. And so that's what I'm telling you, that it's not good to walk around and be angry, and the best is to hold your peace. Try the best to hold your peace, and thinking that after all the rain, it's coming sunshine. It's not always raining. It's not always storms. Behind all these clouds, there is a blue sky and sunshine. And now when I look at outside, it's birds. Now it's coming seagulls. It's hundreds of them. They never stop. It's coming more and more and more and more. Seagulls. And that was not what I was talking about from the beginning. It doesn't spell S-E-A-J. It doesn't spell like seagulls, the birds. But it's like a joke. 'Cause it's still coming. The whole time. It's many hundreds of seagulls in the sky. That was very strange. It's coming more. And but that is not what I'm talking about. These 3 dots. That is not the bird, even if it sounds like the same. I wonder why. It must come from. But seagulls is not moving birds. But it looked like that. It come from a cold place area. But it's you know, when I started this talk, like this sounds, that means a spirit is here in my home, and it's something with seagulls to do, but I don't think it's the bird he's talking about. It's the patriarch. It's a man, is it? But he doesn't show up. He say that he is the patriarch. And he say that I don't know what it means. He say that he's coming with the seagulls because there is so many up in the air. And he say he remind me about the seagulls' food is to eat fish, like the fishermen. They take fish. He say to me that is some symbolic he's talking about. It's going to be a catch. It's going to be some kind of fishing to get more fish in the net. And he's saying that's why I was sending the seagulls for you. And it's not the hunting bird, it's the soul of people that's coming. Look like a seagull. I know that because I know that as I have a PhD in psychology, I know this that when I look out and saw that flying seagulls in the sky, I understand what he's saying because that was not seagulls. But my brain take it as a seagull. He say that. I understand when he say it's coming soul. That was angels. But my brain take it as it is. It's coming more. The brain take it as it is seagulls, because that's what my brain understand. So it interpret what the soul, the angels that is coming, that is it's birds, but it isn't bird. It's like when they say this about Jesus, when the spirit come over him, and it looked like a bird, but it was not a bird. It was people that saw it like a bird, because the brain knew only what's flying in the sky is birds. So the brain translate it, interpret it like bird, but it was not bird. The Bible is saying that it looked like. It doesn't say it was birds. It was not a dove. It was not a pigeon. It was the Spirit, God's Spirit come over Jesus. But they saw it as a bird. That's the only way how they could explain it. And now I'm very happy. I'm so happy when he say that was souls that coming. So many come flying here. And that means that it start to be this very cleaning before Messiah is coming. It's coming angels before him. And that's what this man was showing me, the Patriarch was showing me, that they come. I saw them coming. And it was not a normal flock of birds. It was so many. The whole sky was full of them. And more than I have been on big boats, and we have had seagulls around the boat. This was much, much more coming in the sky. And so that something, I understand now that something from today, I don't know what number of day, I think it's the 23 or something like that in February 2021, and I saw it coming. I saw them coming, and now that's day, but I don't know what will happen. I think it's gonna be worse, because they are going, this is those that coming and burn down churches and take away that is unclean. So that's they are not coming here with nice things for us that follow God, that I'm under God. That's okay for us. We are protected, and that's my neighbor over me that can sound like a bomb. They don't care, but they are moving in. The 1st of May they are away. So it's I know the time when they are out from here. So it be quiet again, I hope. Can't be worse. And it scares me sometimes when they do this, like a bomb. And so it's much for us that work for God. We don't need to fear. We are protected from this, like in Israel when they had this blood of the lamb on the doors. We have this. That's why I get those 3 dots on my skin, because it means protection. It's not only what I read about. In other place I have read that it's also a protection. So when we are under God, we are protected. And that's why I am not killed. So this spirit that come, that was the main thing for him to say. And it seems so little, but it meant very, very much. So sometimes can one word be so very much. So he didn't need to say more than those seagulls come, and it was soul that was coming. So It's time to end up this. I wanted to talk more spirit things to you. I feel a little guilty that I am not talking spiritual things for you, even if there is some talking about it. But I want to, I wish you could ask me questions, and I ask my spirits, the hosts in heaven, to tell me the answer of what you ask me. And today I was out in the forest because it started to be spring. It started to be this much better when the snow is leaving and the cold is leaving. And it's here in Sweden, in the summer there is light until 11 o'clock in the evening. But in the winter time I think it's about 5 o'clock. It starts to be dark and cold. So that we're waiting for the spring to come. And it started to come, the spring, and it was very warm. Not very warm, it was warm weather today, so I could drive out on my scooter, and I was sitting in the forest and listen at the spring, the birds singing, the birds calling for a partner to start to build a nest together with. And I really enjoy what I was doing. And so many people are running from this, to not take this moment, to take the moment in their hand and look at it, listen to it, and feel it that day, that amazing things that happen in the world, what happen around us. When not listen the whole time on media or listen to what other people talking about. Only be here and now. That is so important. And I was sitting there in the forest, and no human was around me. It was only forest and me and the birds. And then they have cut down some trees in the forest, and it was laying there, a pile of wood, and it smells so good with this new cut wood. So that's that I do almost every day in the summer, and I started today to drive out in the forest and only be there, enjoy. So my neighbor's children is out and playing soccer, football for a little while. But as soon as I go to bed, they run into their home, and then they jump in the floor and in the walls. It's like the devil know exactly what I'm doing, and then just when I go to bed, I need to lay down a little when my brain is tired, and just when I am going to fall to sleep, they start to jump in the floor. I have had it before. I know that the devil do these things, and it's not easy to hold the peace. But I can't walk up to my neighbor and tell them to be quiet, so I have to deal with that situation. When you can't do anything about it, it's only to deal with it. Not like the success, because I find out that I play music very loudly, and then I don't hear it so much. So that's if I have not had my neighbors doing these things, I should not have music on when I should sleeping. But now I have it for the brain to think that it's only music, whatever sound it is in the ceiling, when whatever my neighbor do, the brain is thinking that it's the music that sounds like that, so it doesn't care. So that's a way to work around problems also. Not to go angry at the problem, but instead to make a way to work around it so it doesn't hit you so much. It's not easy to do it, but you can do it if you want to have peace in your mind and not let the devil win every time. And sometimes it's only to walk away from it. It's not to give it up, but sometimes a problem solved most easily by walk away from it. Walk away from all this argument in a relationship, with a bad relationship. It's only to take what you have to or walk away from it. It's normally no one kills you because you do it. So that's how I'm thinking when I have walked away from relationship maybe 5-6 times in my life, and I'm thinking, like, what can they do? He can't kill me. He can go angry as much as he wants, but he can't kill me. But of course, that here in Sweden, people don't have a weapon. Swedish people have no weapon. It's not so easy in other countries where you have a weapon in your home. I have a pistol under my bed when I live in Texas. We have 4 weapons in our home. And then is it easy to take a weapon and kill? But if you don't have it in your home, that's not easy. And of course you can be killed in another way. But I have always thinking that what can they do? They can't kill me. It's only to move away. And it's a little storm in the beginning. It can be. The devil is not going to last for a long time. I don't say that everything is like that, but most of it is. The devil is short. He moves on very fast, so that it maybe can be a 1 month storm, but then if it's a normal evil things, it stops after 1 month. The most of it. It can be some small storms, but the big storm is getting over after 1 month. So you can take it 1 month. You have taken it for years. So 1 month more doesn't matter. And if he hit you, you get a solution immediately when you walk away from. You don't be hit of him or her. So, but sometimes we have to work around it instead, to stay where we are, but make easier solution inside the problem. And that is not it is never to make a baby. A baby never solved the problem. It can be worse, because he can feel that he is trapped when you make yourself be pregnant. That was very popular here in Sweden when my brother was a young man, 18 to 25, like that. There was many women that make them pregnant when they find out that their boyfriend had another woman going on their way to break up, and they make themselves pregnant. But that it never helped. Instead, there was children, a child that have to be in the middle of all the mess, and that grow up to be confused and frightened and have many issues. So that is not a solution at all. That's evil to make you pregnant to hold back a person to move forward, move in their life. we can't own a person. It will never be good, and I have not seen many couples that have been okay to go back to the same relationship a second time. It's very short after they break up again, and in that time before they break up, it's worse than ever. The fight, the argument, and those things that is in a bad relationship. So that's nothing. That's not a solution. I had so much fight when I grew up as a child. So for me, have it been more easily to move away from the problem, when I maybe could have open up and talk about the problem. But in my case, it have never could solve the problem, because the problem was too big to could do it. So today I see it as that was the best I did, to move away. So they start to be sleepy now, so it's time for me to go and lay down, and hope the kids can stay outside and play soccer. But I suppose last time I go to bed to take a nap, they were out and playing, and I was thinking, what's so good? Then I can sleep for 1 hour. But 5 minutes after I have laid down in the bed, they were upstairs. They were up and jumping in the ceiling. 5 minutes, under 5 minutes, they were outside, and suddenly they were inside, all of them. So I have to have the music on. That's how I solve the problem. So thank you for listening, and God bless you. I love you, and God loves you too. Shalom. Thank you.